I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of the Science and Technology Major Group.
Thank you, Chair. Distinguished representatives, I'm speaking on behalf of the Science and Technology Major Group, and we were delighted to hear that many of you already in this morning's and this afternoon's sessions articulated the trust that you place in the role of science in advancing disaster risk reduction. Integrated disaster risk science draws on the natural, engineering and health sciences as well as on the socioeconomic and human sciences and works closely with affected communities. This science is evolving rapidly and continuously so that regular reviewing and peer learning experiences are needed across sectors and at different scales. For example, we know that socioeconomic and cultural analysis helps us to understand the root causes of disasters, to assess the weight of socioeconomic differentials for disaster risk management, to enhance awareness for the need to ensure business continuity in the face of disaster risk, to be gender-sensitive approaches, and the consideration of cultural patterns, ethnic diversity, and local institutional specificities among the factors influencing risk literacy. These specific vulnerabilities of groups such as migrants, the elderly, different groups of disabled persons, children, etc., are also included among the subjects of our research. Already, the S&T community has demonstrated their commitment to bring about real change in disaster risk reduction with, for example, the IRDR research program supported by the International Council for Science, the International Social Science Council, and UNISDR. The program held in June 2014 its Beijing Conference on Integrated Disaster Risk Science as a tool for sustainability. There is also the upcoming Global S&T Conference on DRR in January 2015 in Tokyo, which will highlight the importance of capacity building, of global education, training and knowledge co-production worldwide. Now, whilst we must accept that despite all of these efforts, knowledge gaps will continue to exist. And we must accept that not all requests for data, tools, and methodologies are and can be fulfilled right now. What we cannot accept is that the knowledge that we already possess remains unused in policies and practices that aim at effective disaster risk management and prevention. This is why we advocate, as a key element for an action agenda for the post-2015 world, the establishment of a mechanism to strengthen interaction between the S&T actors and decision makers in the public domain. In line with the recommendations of the 2013 Global Platform for DRR and with support from the regional consultative platforms in Africa, in Asia, and in the Americas, we invite all governments and all stakeholders involved in the Third World Conference to support our call for an international science advisory mechanism. Such a mechanism will result in more evidence-based DRR strategies and in better informed DRR investments by governments, by donors, and businesses alike. We furthermore propose to make use of inclusive consultative platforms at different levels, such as the existing DRR national and regional platforms, that would allow all partners to jointly co-produce knowledge for action. The resulting integrated disaster risk science will lead to better scientific assessments of disaster risk at all levels and enable a more meaningful monitoring of progress towards resilience. Now, to be inclusive, the mechanism will need to recognize the growing and increasingly uneven incidence of disaster risk that demands special attention for capacity building in SIDSs and in the LDCs, without, however, neglecting the exposure of middle and high-income countries, as well as the need for mutual reinforcement of disaster risk reduction and sustainable development goals in all strategies for investment in development cooperation. As for the S&T community, it is eager to assist in developing and strengthening science with a view to building resilient societies through curbing disaster losses. We look forward to working closely with you in the next 8 months, which will be critical, as we all know, for the success of HFA2. Thank you very much.
I thank the distinguished representative of the Science and Technology Major Group for his statement.